Alright boys, welcome to another Ravenswatch video. This time I'll be doing a tier list. Now as you can see here on the left, I'm mostly ranking them based off fun, not so much on, how OP they are or anything like that, because I think they're all pretty well balanced compared to one another, right? So there's no need for a tier list like that, but I will rate them based on fun for the most part. Uh, you know, Everyone has a different opinion. You can, talk to me about my opinion in the comments. I would love to engage in conversation. But this is my opinion based on how fun the characters are. So, Scarlet, right? Um, there's one thing with Scarlet, okay? She's fun. Okay, she's not the top of fun, right? But she's fun. The thing with her is that when she turns into the wolf at night, it's just more I wouldn't say more fun, but it's more OP to play as the wolf. You have the lifesteal skill, which heals for actually quite a lot, and you deal more damage as well as the wolf. So I feel like they should either uh, nerf the wolf a little bit or buff Scarlet a little bit. Because with most activities on the map, I find myself wanting to be the wolf or wanting to stay as the wolf rather than playing as Scarlet. The ultimate as well, Scarlet has her shotgun, the wolf does like this blow attack. The shotgun does nothing. It has a knockback, right? But that's it. It does no damage compared to the wolf's ultimate. So now I don't think this is enough to be like she needs improvement, right? I think it's just a little adjustment that she needs, and that way she'll be more fun to play that way and more balanced, which is most important. Now, next one is Franz, the Pied Piper. I think he's more fun than Scarlet, right? He's more balanced. He suffers from the same kind of little adjustment, which is that during the night his skills are a little different than during the day. Uh, I find myself always liking him more during the night because his skill just goes in a straight line, so you can get a lot more damage done. During the day, his skill kind of goes into three ways, right? And yes, it covers more area, but it does a lot less damage. So I find liking him more at night. It's just a little, yeah, it's a little thing in his gameplay, nothing too big. He's still very, very fun to play, especially because when he attacks, his movement speed is slowed. But with someone like the Snow Queen or Melusine, the Siren, they can't move when they attack. And it really, it kind of cripples them, right? But he at least can move, so I can like walk out of any attack that you see coming, basically, right? And that makes a huge difference. He's very fun to play. Now, we have Beowulf, right? I can't say that Beowulf is not my thing, because he is. He's your standard warrior type, right? I think he's more fun than Scarlet. Uh, I think he's very much like Scarlet's wolf form, but he obviously also has Ignite that he can inflict, which if you do an Ignite build, can do a lot of area damage to a lot of annoying enemies around you, especially if you use his trait on his spinning sword move, right? That ends with a lot of fire. So yeah, he's just really cool. I think that the shield is a really nice defensive ability. It isn't over in a second like the others. You can actually hold it down, block a lot of incoming attacks. I think it's really nice. Now, we have the Snow Queen, right? I know I said that the Snow Queen is, she can move when she attacks, but I don't think it's that big of a deal with her. Um, I would just say she's not really my thing because yes, she can't move when she attacks, which isn't that big of a deal with her because you also have her shield skill where she like, makes shield enemies explode basically. It's really really nice for area damage. Her ultimate hits really hard. Her single target one, right? It hits ridiculously hard. She's definitely fun to play. She's just not my type of character to play. I won't like I won't choose her above any of these three, for example, right? If I get the choice, I wouldn't choose her above them. A really solid character. There's nothing really wrong with her. Just not my thing. I would, for a ranged character, much prefer to pick friends. Now, we have Aladdin. I have to put him in most fun. He's, man, I got this broken build with him, which you guys will see on the channel eventually. Um, and it's not because of that build, because I'm sure you can make a broken build with any of the characters, right? So it's not because of that, but I really like his defense. It lowers the enemy's defense if you jump over them, right? I really like his spinning swords because you can also get lifesteal on those. Then like his passive of, strengthening his attacks is really nice. The fact that you can charge his skill, his Jin power, is really cool. It hits like a truck. His trait is really nice. You just need to use it in the right circumstances. His ultimate, I'm not a big fan of, and I would drop him down here if it was just for that ultimate, but he does have his second one, which is his flying carpet, so I'd prefer using that one. And yeah, he's to me right now the most fun, right? I'm sure there will be more characters coming out. I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, but hopefully some characters will get adjustments. So this list might change in 6 months from now. But as it is right now, he's my favorite character. And I know he's a lot of other people's favorite character as well. Which I didn't expect from him, by the way, when I started playing the game. I didn't expect he was gonna be my favorite, to be honest. But there we go. Now, we have the Siren. So, the thing with her is that she's not my thing, right? I'm not gonna put her in needs improvement because I feel the way they made her is they made up for her dumb uh being unable to move, but it's worse than the Snow Queen, right? Because with her you're not able to move, and before you can move, you need to either do her defense skill, which has to be off cooldown, obviously, or you need to do the trait. Her trait is her swapping between being able to move and being able to attack, which I don't like. I think they should, uh, I would put her here really, but still, I'll explain, right? I think they should change her trait to something else, something more useful. Um, I think they should not have her in this state where she is unable to move. I think it should be like the Snow Queen, so you can at least react a little faster. But I see what they did. They made her area damage so good, right? It's you can be really strong with the right traits, right? With the right items, whatever. It can be really, really strong. And that's how they made her. But yeah, I don't know. Make the trait something cooler and nerf her damage a bit, for example, to balance it out. And she would be more fun to play. It's very annoying if you have to anticipate an attack coming in 2 steps, right? Because you need to get out of your unable to move phase and then you need to like sidestep it. It's just not fun to me, right? But I'll leave her here right behind the Snow Queen. Now, we have Geppetto. Alright. Geppetto I am going to, for now, and this is very difficult to do, but it is the truth. I'll put him at the top of the not my thing tier. That is because yes, Geppetto is strong. There are broken builds you can do with him, but he very much relies on his puppets, and that's just not my thing, right? In video games, characters that rely on these summons, um, they're usually not my thing. With Geppetto, it's like, you know, you need to hit the puppets so they like do extra damage and they pass through enemies, and that's how you mainly move them, right? I know there is this trait that gives the puppets like a much farther range, like they can move twice as far. But it's like if you don't pick that trait because you want to pick the trait below that or above that, right? Whatever. If you don't pick that trait, then the puppets feel very limited. So you would have to always pick that trait unless you want to be stuck with puppets that barely cover any ground and you need to like resummon them. You need to, it's like repositioning all the time. It takes time to like set up his puppets the right way every time. And this is a very time managing game. So yes, he's OP and everything. He's just not my thing personally. I don't like managing the puppets that much, right? But he is a fun character, honestly, right? All of these, except for the Siren, are characters I play often, right? I really like playing these characters. The Siren, I just can't, I just can't do it, right? I don't enjoy her. I'll probably play her for videos, right, as I have done, but I don't enjoy her much at all. That's gonna be it for this video though. And yeah, please debate in the comments. Call me out if I made a mistake in talking about someone's kit, or if you think, if you disagree with something I said. I am fairly new to the game, so maybe if you're someone who has been playing longer than me, has more experience with some of these characters, I would like to hear your opinion on it. But that's going to be it for today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.